Greetings. My name is Lorenzo Lopes, and I am the current bossalist of Phi Iota here in very hot Phoenix, Arizona, home of the Desert Qs. I was initiated through the Iota Chi chapter in Cambridge, Massachusetts, in the formidable 1st District in May of 2013. I am a 2016 proud Emerging Leaders Institute Fellow alongside my ELI LBs, Donovan Kunta Slack, Tim Ellis, R.C. Woodson, and Shedrick Collins. How has ELI impacted my life? Well, on a personal level, displaying leadership in the capacity of collaboration with other entities, be it fraternity-wise, work-wise, community-wise, I know how to approach situations better. I know how to go in, identify who the leader in the room is, and not necessarily the designated leader, but the individual that has influence. Because as we learned in ELI, leadership is influence. So I know how to identify that person, and I also know how to approach that person. On a professional level, moving from school to school, as often happens in Arizona, as we are a school choice state, and we have a teacher shortage, you have to be able to know what you're walking into. You have to be able to pinpoint those key indicators of the organizational culture, subculture, norms, etc. ELI prepared me to do that. In particular, the 21 Irrefutable Rules of Leadership by John Maxwell. That book has totally changed my perspective on leadership. I previously served in a leadership capacity in the Massachusetts trial court, first as a deputy chief probation officer for 5 years and as a chief probation officer for 4 years. I did not have that mindset. Had I had the mindset that ELI provided for me, I would have been far more successful. I've recently learned in the last year, and I'm very happy to learn, that the ideals and the concepts taught in ELI are also taught in our top leadership schools in the country. I just finished the program, an Executive Masters in School Leadership with Columbia University's Teachers College, historically known as the top teachers university in the country. And many, if not the majority of ELI-related ideals, I was also taught in that program. So ELI provided me a mindset and a foundation to be successful. On the fraternal level, in 2016, I ran for vice bossalist. I lost. I was not fully immersed in what I learned in ELI. I didn't properly survey the room, so to speak. But when I ran again for bossalist, I implemented every single aspect of ELI. I figured out who the power players in the chapter were. I went to them. I gave them my platform. I ran down how I wanted to do it, why I wanted to do it, and I received buy-in in return. Even more importantly, as the 21 Irrefutable Rules of Leadership state, I was able to build bridges with people who prior to the election would have been considered an adversary, an opponent, etc. I was able to build bridges with them by identifying their strengths and utilizing their strengths for the benefit of the chapter and assigning them roles where I know they would be successful. And that success in return brought respect, collaboration, and ultimately influence. My mentor, I couldn't have asked for a better mentor. All of our mentors were great, from Dr. Carl Blunt to First Vice Grand Ricky Lewis, but I had Dr. Lewis Sears. And that opportunity to engage with that man was something incredible. Whenever I called, he picked up the phone, and I would come with complex questions. And he always had the simplest but most sensible answers to it that showed the wisdom that he had through his years of service in the educational field and as a past district representative. I cherish those times, I cherish those conversations, and it was a great opportunity. It was a great opportunity to interact with all the mentors, but having the opportunity to work with Dr. Sears was something special. Finally, class project. We were charged with designing a program to, first and foremost, ensure that the undergrads would matriculate to the grad chapters. And second, to do so in a way where their enthusiasm would remain high. We all know there's a change from undergraduate fraternal life to graduate fraternal life. And the basic tenets of our program were, when they are undergraduates, include them in graduate activities. Take the KRS of the undergraduate chapter and make them the assistant KRS of the graduate chapter, and so on and so on. Stay in touch with them, keep track of them. And when they're ready to graduate and move on, find out where they're going and link them with the graduate brothers in that area before they go. That was the gist of our project. Very proud of the project. We do that in Phi Iota. We continue to be bridge builders for our young undergraduates, and we're going to continue doing that moving forward, and it's because of ELI. So all in all, I'm very, very happy with the process, and I would recommend it, and I do recommend it to everybody that I have an opportunity to talk to within the 12th and in other districts, with the hope that other districts will adopt it.